Hey friend, now let's be honest with each other, right? You want to look younger and better looking. Everybody wants to look younger and better looking. Am I right? Or am I right? I mean, there's an entire industry based around selling people stuff to help them look younger and better looking. And I'm going to tell you what I do to be able to look younger than I actually am. Now, how old am I, you ask? That is the wrong question, my friend. I am sorry, but I am not telling you. What I'll tell you is I have owned a real estate investment company for 10 years. I've been happily married for 9, and I have a 1.5-year-old boy. Yet, I play a 23-year-old on TV, I get carded every single time I try to buy alcohol, and whenever I strike up a conversation with a stranger, they ask me what I'm studying in school. I learned a lot of these tips from my Japanese mom. Now, she's now 65, but she looks like she's 45. For her whole life, she's looked significantly younger than she actually is. And I'll tell you right now, it's not because she's Japanese. It's because she's made some unconventional decisions which she's spanned out over a long period of time, which us Americans have never even heard of. Let's get right into it, shall we? Now, this first tip is really important, okay? And it's tip number 1 for a reason. And it is called sunscreen. This sounds really simple, but trust me, you need to use sunscreen every day, every time you leave the house. Put it on your face, and also, little tip for you, and this one's free, the back of your hands. When you want to tell the accurate age of somebody, what you need to do is look at their hands, right? That gives you the gauge of what you're looking for. You look at it and go like, oh, she's really pretty hot. Look at her hands, and then you'll have an idea of how old that person actually is. So use that sunscreen on the back of your hands as well. It kind of helps that process. Tip number 2 is don't sit out in the sun and go tanning, okay? Getting outside, soaking up some much needed vitamin D, and enjoying yourself is one thing, but sitting out on the beach with zero sunscreen, lathering yourself up with baby oil, looking like a glazed donut, and just sitting in the sun like this for 3 hours and then flipping over, that will age you so much. You might look a little more tan this week, and that's kind of nice, but over the long haul, you're gonna have crinkly, nasty, aged skin. You're gonna be like 30. Don't do it. And tip number 3 is stay hydrated. You need to be consuming 8 glasses of water a day, and this isn't just for every part of your body, like your brain, and your internal organ function, and your athletic ability. It also majorly affects your skin, okay? You're not gonna believe it, but that is a significant part in the aging process. So this is what I do. I take a bottle like this, carry it around with me everywhere, and I stay hydrated. Turn it into a habit. It's so good for you, and not only that, it will help you look younger. Tip number 4. Now this is smoking. Smoking is not only expensive, it might kill you, but it is incredibly unsexy, and it will seriously age you prematurely. Now, which is crazy to me. I can't count the number of models that actually smoke. And you know, you'd be probably surprised by the number of models that also do cocaine, but that's a different topic. Smoking you may not notice it in your early 20s, but once you hit 30, man, you are gonna look so much older. Give it up now. It'll be so much better for you, and you will look so much better over the long run. Now this one is gonna feel a little strange for you, but do not touch your face. Yes, you heard me clearly. Don't touch this thing, okay? Unless you're cleansing with soap, don't touch it. It is meant to be seen and admired. It is not meant to be handled and groped like your iPhone, okay? When you touch your face, all the dirt, the oil, everything you've been walking around doing all day that's on your hands is getting into your pores, and all the other oil and residue on your face, you're pressing into your pores, causing additional pimples, other types of breakouts, blackheads, and also causing wrinkles, making you look older and uglier. Don't do it. Tip number 6 is do not over-animate your face. Okay? When I'm talking to you right now, I'm using a lot of expressions where I'm lifting my eyebrows, wrinkling my forehead, right? Well, you do not want to do that in life. Some people have gotten so used to that, it's become a habit for them. Every time they talk, say, or do anything, they're always going like this all the time. Everything's an expression with their forehead. Every time you do that, you're causing more wrinkles and looking older, okay? What you want to do is break that habit, relax your forehead, and only use it when you're really trying to communicate a message. All the rest of the time, just relax that thing. Trust me, you can do it. I've gotten used to it, and you just relax it and kind of live life with a relaxed forehead. What does Botox do? Well, Botox makes it so you can't move that skin, making you unable to create more wrinkles and making you look younger. And you have to use a chemical injection, do all sorts of other stuff that I'm not super into. All you need to do a natural way of that is just relax the thing, okay? Build a habit of that. Stop over animating everything you do. Tip number 7 is cleanse with an all-natural soap. My Japanese mom, believe it or not, uses a $2.50 bar of soap that she buys from the store that's all natural when she washes her face. A lot of this stuff that you find that's being sold to you has all this stuff that's actually not good for you. Lots of chemicals, lots of fragrances. Propylene glycol is one of the biggest things you want to avoid in a face product or moisturizer. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. But make sure whatever you use to cleanse your face is all natural. That will make a significant difference. And the final tip, tip number 8, is moisturize. Now, you need to be able to actually moisturize. And just because you went out and bought a really expensive product doesn't mean you're actually moisturizing your skin. What happens is if anything that you're using has propylene glycol in it, propylene glycol is a fancy way of just saying plastic, okay? That is like putting plastic all over your face. It doesn't actually moisturize anything. It just traps the moisture underneath the plastic, which sort of decays and gets all nasty in there and is not helping your skin. It's not adding any moisture to it. What you need to use is an all-natural moisturizer. Now, believe it or not, I actually get mine from Trader Joe's. And it's not in the skin section, it's in the food section. I go and grab organic coconut oil, and I've been using that to moisturize my face for several years. There's this thing that just drives me nuts, okay? And I'm gonna rant about it for a second because I can, because this is my channel and you're watching, so I'm gonna do it. And that is when people buy overpriced beauty products because they're trying to purchase beauty, which you cannot do. It's impossible, okay? And they're using this stuff that 90% of the money that goes into this is marketing gimmicks, okay? And the product itself isn't that great. So, I mean, a quality product doesn't necessarily need to be expensive. It can be expensive, but it doesn't necessarily need to be, okay? And they're going out, you're buying this product, you have this $150 face wash, and you have this $200 moisturizer, and you have this skin toner that's overpriced. You're doing all these things, but you're smoking. You're not staying hydrated, and every 15 seconds you're throwing your eyebrows like this, trying to describe something, and causing all these wrinkles in your forehead. Look, man, if you're trying to do that, that's like purchasing a beautiful golden thimble, and then being in a sinking boat and trying to, get all the water out of it with that thing. It's not gonna work. What you need is a big, huge bucket. And these tips that I'm giving you is this bucket that's gonna help you actually get the water out of your boat. The things that you're gonna be doing, like putting sunscreen on your face, staying hydrated, don't touch your face, don't wrinkle your face, cleanse with something natural, moisturize. Those are the types of things that are really actually gonna make a significant difference for you in the process of aging. And listen to me, okay? You can't stop aging. It's gonna happen. Nothing you can do about it. But you have all the power of being able to control how gracefully you walk through that process. And if you take these tips that I'm talking about and actually apply them in your life, you will age so much more gracefully than just about every person you know. My name is Paul Nagaoka, and thank you for watching.